All right, here we are. Not too bad this time. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Oh my God, is my mic on? Good. Hello. My name is Alex. Thank you for joining me. I am here with a live streamed class. We'll stretch, we will flow. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of live streams, some regularly filmed videos, and yeah, give this video a like. Helps other people to see it. Now let's start to stretch. Let's begin in a child's pose. Bring the big toes together. I'm just getting all set up. Make sure I know how long I've been here because I'll get carried away. All right, big toes together, knees apart. On an exhale, walk your hands out and away from you and bring the forehead down. Bring your awareness to the present moment, to the breath. Let go of everything that is not happening to you here right now. You are present on your mat in your space. Everything else will be there when you get back. Commit to the present moment. Breathe in and out through the nose. Arrive. Walk your hands in and over to the right. Place the left hand on top. You're going to relax the left shoulder down. Think about pulling the left hip back and away from you so that you're stretching through the left side of the body. Relax the muscles of your face. And walk through center. Right hand on top. And on an exhale, bring the right shoulder down. Feel length all along the right side of the torso. And back to center. Let's prop up onto fingertips. You might walk in a little bit and start to press down beneath the finger pads and bring the forehead down. Feel this in the shoulders. Feel some engagement happening in the arms and upper back. Soften the wrists. And press up to a tabletop position. Let's tuck the toes and draw some circles with the torso, moving forward, back, and around. Go both directions. No real instruction here. You're just trying to feel out where you are today. Okay. Tabletop. Untuck the toes. Oh, mosquitoes love me too much. All right, 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Round. Exhale. Make these so intentional. Open up. Breathe in. Let them build. And round. Scoop the tailbone. Once more. Round the spine. Neutral. Extend the right leg back and up. Let's keep the hips level. Knee facing down. Hold. Tabletop. You're starting to strengthen the body-mind connection, feeling every muscle one at a time. Lift the left leg back and up. Make sure you're not sinking down. Squeeze the left lifted leg. And tabletop. Reach the left arm forward. Palm faces inward. And switch. Just playing around with different balances. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Shift the weight forward 2 inches. Feel the feet stretching. Feel the legs engaging. And find your first downward facing dog. Option to pedal out the feet. I like to roll out the wrists at this point. One at a time, and then when you replace the hand, make sure you place it so that the weight is in the front part of the palm to protect your wrists. Let's find a moment of stillness. Press down and away with the hands. Relax the head and the neck. Baby steps to the top of the mat. Let's ragdoll. Bend one knee at a time, bend both knees. Lift one heel at a time. And bring the feet together. Bend the knees and just completely drape over the legs. Round up to standing. Bring the palms to touch. Lengthen the tailbone down. Reconnect to the present moment. Commit to the breath. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. Interlace the fingers. Let's press a button on the ceiling with our index fingers out. 3 breaths. Release, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And from here, hands down, plank pose. Lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, cobra. Squeeze the legs strong and lift up halfway. And lower. Tuck the toes. Press up to a strong tabletop and sit back on the heels just for a breath, child's pose. Remember, starting out here, still the present moment. Tabletop, downward facing dog. Let's try to reel in some of the fidgets this time. Trust that you know your alignment. Adjust as you need to, but then find where you are and hold and breathe. All right, let's step the right foot between the hands, lunge. and back. Downward dog. Scan the body right to left. Just feel what's going on with each movement. Left foot up. Lunge. Lightly try to place the foot between the hands. Use your hand to help you scoot the foot up as needed. Shoulders away from the ears. Downward dog. Look between the hands. Walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, long, flat back. Fold over both legs. And round up to standing. Bring the palms to touch. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. 3 breaths, arms up. Maybe your first back bend. Lift out, fold forward. Long, flat back. Inhale. And from here, hands down, plank pose. This time, let's chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's hang out here. The first one is my favorite. Pull the chest through, shoulders down, really open up the front of the body. Back to downward facing dog. Bring the right foot between the hands, lunge. Let's lower the left knee, keep the toes tucked, shoulders back, high, hello, left hip flexors. And press it back, pyramid pose. Try to straighten out both legs. Hello, hamstrings. Shift your weight forward into a lunge. Back knee stays lifted. Lunge, twist, left hand down, right arm up. Right hand back down. Step back to a plank pose. Flow back to your downward facing dog. So that's a chaturanga, might be 2. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot between the hands, lunge. Lower the right knee, shoulders back. Feel the right hip flexors. Long exhale, press it back. Try to stretch the hamstrings. Lunge. Lunge, twist, right hand down, left arm opens. Left hand back down, plank. Let's hold this one for a moment, build some strength, float away from the mat. One more breath. Vinyasa back to downward facing dog. Make those vinyasas as strong as you need them to be or as precise as you'd like them to be, as gentle. The goal is to come back every day, so it's okay to switch things up. I'd like to practice yoga for a really long time. I'm not trying to get it all in now. Lower your knees to the mat, tabletop. Let's do 3 rounds of cat-cow, so intentional. Inhale, arch. Round, exhale. Find a new part of the back to stretch. Maybe inhale, open. Like I just felt my shoulders. Exhale, round. Once more. Exhale, press. Neutral. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. Look between your hands. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Shoulders away from the ears, fingertips away from the tailbone. Wiggle the toes to make sure you can. Just a little bit of strength, a little bit at a time, over time. Let's press to stand, palms touch. Minimize extra movement. Managing your personal energy. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead, 3 breaths. And lift out, fold forward. Halfway lift. And from here, plank pose. Side plank. Leave the right hand down, left arm up. Lower the bottom knee if you need to. Lift a little bit higher. And plank for 1 breath. Left hand, side plank, left hand is down. Reach a little bit higher. Plank pose. Vinyasa back to down dog. Try to keep that engagement of the core. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale, lift onto the toes, tuck the chin. Let's ripple through to an upward dog. Leave the toes tucked, lift the chin a lot at the end. And then press back, down dog. Tuck the chin, and then release 2 more times. Toes, lift onto the toes, ripple through. And press back, down dog. Once more. And press back. Downward facing dog. Let's balance on the left foot and lift the right leg up not hip height. Keep the hips square. Knee facing down, foot is flexed. Point the right toes, let the hip open, and reach the right leg for the ceiling. Squeeze the right glute. Bring it back to the hips being square, and then step the right foot up about 3 feet, maybe a little more, a little less. Foot is under the heart. Let's bring the hands to hips and come up with a flat back. So the right foot is forward. Left arm reaches. Come forward with a flat spine and bring the left hand down, shin block, foot or floor. Keep the right hand on the right hip, just for now. Right hand down. Step it back to downward dog. Upward facing dog, ripple through. And press back, down dog. Stand on the right foot, left leg lifts, hips square to begin with. Point the toe, open the hip. Let's close it off. Try to keep the leg nice and lifted, and then bring the left foot up underneath the heart. Back foot is flat at about 45 degrees. Hands to hips, stand up. So this is the setup for revolving triangle. However, we are focusing more on a strong foundation. Right arm up because the left foot is forward. Reach out, pull the left hip back, and bring the right hand down to the mat, a block or your shin. Bring the left hip back and use the left hand for now to draw the left hip back, to keep it there. You might want to do more, manage those desires. You're going to have a stronger foundation this way. Left hand down. Downward dog. Did you know mosquitoes can bite through yoga leggings? Lift onto the toes. Let's ripple through back and forth 3 times. Upward dog. Move it back to down dog. Just got to keep moving so he can't land on me. Ripple through upward dog. And these actually build heat and stimulate the thyroid. Downward dog. Once more. Press back, down dog. From here, step the right foot up for warrior 1. So it's a bigger step. The back foot is going to be flat at 45 degrees again, and we're going to work the left hip forward. Bend into the right knee, and then arms reach overhead. Palms face each other. Hold another breath. Press down even more. And press the right leg straight. Bring your hands down to the mat. Find a lunge. Right foot back to plank. Side plank. Right hand down, left arm up. And switch. Come back to plank and vinyasa back to down dog. Make sure you exhale back into down dog. Warrior 1, left side. One of the things I'm always thinking about when I do warrior 1 is my right hip really wants to open out to the side or the back leg. So I've been pressing down a lot through the back edge of the right foot. Try not to arch the chest forward. Relax the shoulders. And then bend into the left knee as you replant, reground the back foot. Hold. Gaze is soft. Know that you are making changes in your life this very moment. Breathe. And then let's just bring our hands down to the mat. Don't worry about straightening out the front leg. Just find a lunge. And back to a plank. Side plank. Let's do the left hand down first. And switch. And plank. Vinyasa back. Down dog. Reach the right leg back and up behind you. Let the hip open right away. Squeeze the right leg so far away from you. And pigeon, right side. Right knee behind the right wrist. Got it. No, and it already got me. Let's right knee behind the right wrist and soften forward over the right leg. This is where the mind wants to wander. So make sure you bring it back to the present moment. This inhale, this exhale. See if there's any other tension you can smooth out. Couple more breaths. And start to release. We're going to go right into a lizard lunge. In between sides, or in between that though, let's press back to a downward dog. So I guess we're not going right to lizard lunge. Reach the right leg back and up. Lizard lunge, right side. Back knee up will be a little bit harder. Take your time softening down. You can roll onto the outside edge of the right foot if you'd like. Just like I was saying before, this is something you probably want to be able to do for a while. So there's no point in pushing too much at any time. It's a little bit at a time, over time. Stay present. I'll distract you with things like, don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos. This inhale, this exhale a little bit longer. And transition back to your three-legged dog. Notice how much more space there is now in the body. Reach up. Got one more thing to do on this side. Bring the right foot up between the hands. Lower the left knee. You can take a half split or a full split. We're stretching the right hamstring. Breathe. I keep thinking how it's not as humid today, but I feel like it is, or the numbers don't say it is. Here in South Florida. I'm here with you. Just a few more breaths. Just think about how good you're going to feel later when you go to just sit down. You're not going to be as fidgety. Your muscles are going to be so happy with you. Let's make our way back to a three-legged dog and really reach that right leg back and up. Try to feel what you've accomplished, what you've expanded inside of you mentally as well as physically. Downward facing dog. Let's do three upward downward dogs to reset. Scan the body right to left. Just beating so that you can feel what's going on, what's different on the right side now. We're going to balance that out. Meet back and down dog. Left leg back and up. Try to remember how this first one feels. Pigeon, left side. Ooh. Take your time. Soften with the breath. Relax your jaw, the thoughts. Can you relax a little bit more? Couple more breaths. And begin to release out. Back to our three-legged dog. Remember to notice each transition. That's another way we stay present. So now you've got a little more space than you did before. Reach the left leg back and up. Take a breath. Lizard lunge, left side. Yeah, so if this is when you get down low and you start to play on your phone, make sure you like and subscribe because I'm trying so hard. Just kidding. Because I actually really like what I do, and there will be more of this. There's a lot of yoga to be done. few more rounds of breath. Okay. You feel the changes. All right, let's lift out of this back to our three-legged dog, left leg, back and up. I got my right hip flexors good there. Reach, press. Bring the left foot between the hands. For your half split, you can also sit all the way back. I didn't show that last time. Or go for your full split. Breathe, hang out. Pretty much all the mangoes are gone. If you remember when they used to drop a lot during old live streams. You're not here for long. Practice staying calm under stress. The body feels stressed, but your mind is calm. Think about how that translates in real life. That's how yoga strengthens you mentally as well as physically. Wish I could follow that advice with the mosquitoes. Couple more breaths. You've got this. Remember, we're making changes in the body right now, this moment. Mental changes, physical changes. And let's release out back to our three-legged dog with the left leg lifted. Reach and downward dog. Let's just do one upward to reset and make it really intentional. And untuck the toes. Let's press back to a child's pose. Walk your hands forward. Take a breath. Acknowledge the work you've done so far. Know that that's empowering you to accomplish anything you want. Stand up on your knees, knees about hip width. Bring your hands to the lower back. And you can tuck the toes, and that's going to bring the heels closer to you. Also, hands to the lower back, fingers pointing down. Chin up might be enough already. Camel. Reach back one hand at a time for the heels, right, left, and then you're going to press down through the shins and lift up. Go back and hold. Breathe. Release out one hand at a time and sit back on your heels. Let the spine lengthen out for a moment. Plank pose. Core strength to accompany back flexibility. Downward dog to stretch out the back. Tabletop. Child's pose. Let's do that again. Stand up on the knees. Lengthen the tailbone down and go back. Remember to keep breathing, small sips of air. Carefully lift out. Sit down on the knees, long straight spine. From here, gentle twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and twist. Switch sides. You might not be getting a strong leverage here, but that's okay. Come back to center, plank. Downward dog. Tabletop. Child's pose. Connect to the breath at the present moment. Make your way to a comfortable seat. Sit up tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. I hear a woodpecker. Left arm reaches up and over, side body stretch. Keep the left sit bone down. Press down and away with the right hand for extra. And lift up, switch it out. The woodpecker I hear is a big one because it's tapping a lot more slowly. And those are rare. I think it's called a pilot head. I like birds. Fun fact. One more reach. And sit up. I actually love all animals, like way too much. Arm side, reach out to the side and lift up. Arms overhead. Let's twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Sit up tall. Release through center, arms overhead. And twist to the left. Back through center for our closing breath. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. Lift up, reach up. Long exhale, hands lower down. Close the eyes. Think of something you are grateful for. I am grateful for your presence. Let's blink the eyes open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, namaste. Namaste. All right, we did that. About 40 minutes. And all right, here's all the fun announcements. Please like and subscribe. Share this video with someone you'd like to do yoga with live. Let's comment. Let's check out some of the links in the bio or the description box below. Like we can hang out on Instagram on blueyoga.fit. You can check out some stuff like my water bottle. Nothing is at all sponsored, so I'm just trying to share things that I care about, like yoga. And what else? I think that's it for right now. I'm gonna go film some YouTube shorts. And Father Caesar. There's my mini trampoline. You can also buy that on there. Or rebounder. Okay. Namaste.